The global economy is a fragile consensus. It relies on the collective belief that a piece of paper or a digital number holds value. When the supply chains break, that belief evaporates instantly. In a grid-down scenario, hyperinflation isn't just a possibility. It is a mathematical certainty. Your credit cards are plastic scrap. Your cash is kindling. Value in its rawest form is utility. It is calorie density, pharmacological potency, and chemical energy. When the trucks stop moving, the supermarket becomes a mine of non-renewable resources. The average grocery store holds 3 days of food for its local population. Panic buying clears it in 3 hours. You need to acquire assets that hold intrinsic value before the shelves are stripped bare. Do not buy what you like. Buy what keeps you alive and what others will kill to trade for. Here are the 10 supermarket items that will outperform gold when the system resets. Item 1. High-proof alcohol. Do not stockpile expensive liquor. Taste is irrelevant. You are looking for ethanol content. Cheap vodka, whiskey, or clear spirits like Everclear are superior investment vehicles. In a survival situation, alcohol serves 3 distinct critical functions. First, it is a sterilizing agent. Medical supplies will degrade or run out. Alcohol above 40% ABV can clean wounds and sterilize instruments. Second, it is a solvent. You can use it to create herbal tinctures and extract medicinal compounds from plants when pharmaceuticals are unavailable. Third, it is fuel. High-proof alcohol burns clean. It can be used in improvised stoves for boiling water or cooking indoors where ventilation is compromised. Finally, consider the trade value. Addiction does not disappear during a collapse, it intensifies. Small single-serving nip bottles are the ideal fractional currency. They are sealed, portable, and command a high barter price from those seeking relief from the psychological stress of survival. Item 2. Salt. Salt is not a condiment. It is a biological necessity. Your body requires sodium to transmit nerve impulses and contract muscles. Without it, you die. In a post-collapse world, inland salt production is virtually impossible. Beyond biology, salt is the primary method for food preservation without electricity. If you hunt a deer or slaughter livestock, you cannot freeze the meat, you must cure it. Salting draws out moisture and prevents bacterial growth. A 50-pound bag of salt is cheap today. Tomorrow, it will be worth more than a luxury vehicle. Stockpile plain, non-iodized salt for curing meat, as iodine can discolor it and affect the taste over time. Stockpile iodized salt for consumption to prevent goiters and thyroid issues. It does not expire. It does not degrade. It is a permanent asset. Item 3. Disposable lighters. Fire is thermodynamics. It is the only way to regulate core tambivlos temperature, sterilize water, and cook food. While primitive friction fire skills are valuable, they are calorie expensive and unreliable in wet freezing conditions. A standard Bic lighter provides approximately 3,000 ignitions. A pack of 50 lighters costs less than a fast food meal today. In a collapse, a single lighter is worth a day's labor or a significant amount of food. They are small, lightweight, and waterproof. Do not overlook matches, but prioritize lighters. Matches are fragile and susceptible to moisture. A lighter is a mechanical system that delivers immediate fire. When trading, a lighter is a high-value item that takes up 0 space in your pack. Treat them as gold bullion. Item 4. Feminine hygiene products. The modern world often ignores the logistical nightmare of sanitation without infrastructure. Menstruation does not stop because the grid is down. The lack of manufactured sanitary pads and tampons will lead to hygiene crises and infections for a significant portion of the population. However, the utility extends beyond their intended use. These products are engineered for maximum absorbency and sterility. Large pads are effectively high-grade pressure dressings for traumatic bleeds. They are vacuum sealed and sterile until opened. Tampons can be used to plug deep puncture wounds or as excellent tinder for starting fires, as the cotton is highly flammable when fluffed. Stockpile these in bulk. The trade value is astronomical, and the medical utility makes them a mandatory component of any trauma kit. Item 5. Over-the-counter medications. You cannot rely on hospitals. You are your own doctor. Common ailments that are annoyances today become fatal without intervention. Focus on 3 categories. First is analgesics, ibuprofen and acetaminophen. A tooth abscess or a sprained ankle can render you combat ineffective. Pain management allows you to function. Second is antidiarrheals. Loperamide is essential. vital. Dysentery and waterborne illnesses cause dehydration, which is the fastest killer in survival scenarios. Stopping diarrhea keeps fluids in your body. Third is antihistamines. Diphenhydramine or Benadryl treats allergic reactions and acts as a sedative for sleep. Check expiration dates, but understand that most solid-state medications retain 90% of their potency years past the printed date if stored in cool, dry conditions. Buy generics. The chemical composition is identical.
Item 6. Bar soap. Hygiene prevents disease. In historical pandemics and sieges, more people died from typhus, cholera, and dysentery than from violence or starvation. Liquid soap has a high water content and is heavy. Bar soap is dense, lasts longer, and is easier to transport. Stockpile basic, unscented antibacterial soap. It is used for washing bodies, cleaning clothes, and scrubbing surfaces. A lack of hygiene leads to skin infections, which without antibiotics can turn septic. Bar soap also has mechanical uses. It can lubricate screws, coat saw blades to reduce friction, and seal zippers on tents. It is a dense, multi-purpose chemical compound that disappears from shelves immediately. Item 7. Coffee and caffeine. Caffeine is the world's most widely consumed psychoactive substance. Withdrawal symptoms include debilitating headaches, lethargy, and irritability. In a high-stakes survival environment, these are liabilities you cannot afford. Coffee provides a morale boost and a necessary stimulant for night watches and extended physical exertion. Vacuum-sealed instant coffee has an indefinite shelf life and requires no equipment to brew, only hot water. Its trade value is comparable to alcohol and tobacco. It is a luxury that becomes a necessity for dependent individuals. Instant coffee jars are durable and lightweight. Do not buy whole beans unless you have a manual grinder. They go rancid faster due to oil exposure. Stick to freeze-dried instant varieties. Item 8. Cooking oil and fats. Calories are energy. In a survival situation, you need high-density fuel for your body. Fats provide 9 calories per gram, compared to 4 for carbohydrates and proteins. Lean game meat like rabbit or squirrel lacks the fat necessary to sustain human life long-term, leading to rabbit starvation. You must supplement your diet with fat. Cooking oil also serves mechanical purposes. It lubricates weapons and tools. It can be used as fuel for oil lamps to provide light without draining batteries. Coconut oil is superior for stockpiling due to its long shelf life and resistance to rancidity. Lard and tallow are also viable if shelf-stable. Vegetable oils oxidize and spoil within a year or two. Prioritize solid fats and tropical oils. Item 9. Duct tape and fasteners. Entropy attacks everything. Gear rips, shelters leak, soles separate from boots. You cannot order a replacement. You must repair. Duct tape is the universal repair material. It patches tarps, secures splints to broken limbs, and can be used to restrain prisoners. It is water-resistant and has high tensile strength. Do not buy the cheap variety. Buy industrial grade. Supplement this with heavy-duty zip ties. They are lightweight and provide permanent locking constriction. They are used for building shelters, securing gear to packs, and improvised handcuffs. These items are mechanical force multipliers. Item 10. Honey. Sugar is energy, but refined sugar offers 0 additional benefits. Honey is a superfood. It is the only food that never spoils. Archaeologists have found edible honey in ancient Egyptian tombs. Honey is naturally antibacterial and antifungal. It can be applied directly to burns and wounds to prevent infection and speed healing. It creates a barrier against bacteria and moisture. It is also a calorie-dense sweetener that fights flavor fatigue, the psychological depression caused by eating the same bland survival rations for months. Raw, local honey is preferred, as it may help with local pollen allergies, but any pure honey is a valid asset. It acts as currency, medicine, and food simultaneously. Conclusion. The window of opportunity to acquire these items is closing. Currently, they are exchanged for fiat currency, digits on a screen or paper in a wallet. This is a temporary anomaly. When the correction comes, the exchange rate will shift to physical utility. A bottle of vodka will buy you passage through a checkpoint. A bag of salt will buy you ammunition. A lighter will buy you a meal. Do not wait for the news to tell you to panic. Go to the store. Look at the shelves not as a consumer, but as a logistician. Secure these assets now. When the dollar collapses, your pantry will be your bank. Stay pragmatic. Stay alive.